Introducing PubCoin. PubCoin is the rewards program for pub sports contributors. Regular chat contributors share their play of the day, POD, in the YouTube chat, including the phrase POD in their message. At the end of the week, the amount of units earned are converted into PubCoins. PubCoin can be used as reward points for prizes, shop discounts, and contests.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Mills here, Pub Sports Radio. Do you guys want to challenge the personalities here at Pub Sports Radio? Do you guys think you're better than them at entering in your MMA predictions and picks? Would you want to get paid for it? $100? Here's how you do it, man. You sign up right here at the link below. It's just this easy. PubSportsRadio.com. Enter your email. Pick your weekly picks. That's it. Oh, and you get bonus points if you can predict how they're going to win in what round. Every single week, a new winner's getting crowned. So every Saturday on Pub Sports Radio. So come on and check us out. You can win $100 just for signing up. Only thing you need to do is see if you can beat us here at Pub Sports Radio by entering your UFC predictions and picks weekly. Do it. I dare you. See you guys soon.
Upgrade your membership to Gold. You will be automatically entered in every horse race, every Wednesday and Friday. It is time to race horses. We are racing camels today.
Shout out to the Gold members. We're racing in San Antonio immediately here. And we're off. 2 minutes, 74 canals on this racetrack. It's wide. We're racing in San Antonio.
Pat Wally moving forwardly. Jeff Slaughter in the mix as well. And as is Randall Sheffield, who's put that beautiful nose out front.
But it's actually real grass here, Jimmy. Maybe Kentucky bluegrass. Oldie, no! There he goes. Oldie in the lead now. K. Wolf falls back. The horses love it. Sometimes they stop and eat it on the way to the finish line. That's why your horses start so far in the back. Here. Oh, look at Nussflush Allen bursting out here. J-Dub in the mix. Rude Boy up here as well. Jimmy, take it away.
There's Oldie. Oldie is moving to the front. We are past the halfway mark in our 2 mile. And there's Ricky Levy.
Oh my goodness, he's in the mix here. Jimmy, take it home. This is our first dog race ever.
19 seconds left in the horse race here. It's Fernando Mendoza trying to find the wire. 14 seconds left. Can Fernando Mendoza take this home? Here comes Kenny Can. Kenny Can wants a piece of the pie. Put his schnoz up front. Ricky Bobby, 9 seconds left. Can Donut Silks make a run? Can Res Mall make a run to be $50?
You son of a bitch!
Here comes Tori Coker. Kenny Can, Smoke and Mirrors, Director 97. Home. That is the way. Here comes Jason Meyer, the Eldorado Custodian, Billy Friedrich. Jones one all coming down to the finish.
Nowhere!
Oh no! Fanatical Jim!
From the Corporate Peter Low Shack, legendary sports handicapper, more dapper than a dawn. Father young phenom, known as Jimmy, who declared one day that the bag was here to stay. Information like a PSA, when we all PSR, Pub Sports Radio, bizarre. There's a man named Slaughter and he flipped the script. No competition in this they quit the trip. But we say we be pubbing, betting with the bag and you love it. We want it top 10, we above it. Let's check.
Alrighty, welcome in everyone. You guys can't hear me. Great. Well, there we go. We started off by not being able to hear me on one side of my mic here, but it's nice. Oh, there we go. We're back. Okay, there we go. We're back. All right. Nice to see everyone. Great start to the show here. My name is Jose Bouquett. And this is Betting with Bouquett here. Our friend Jimmy the Bag here. away for the day, needed the day off here, but I'm glad that he indeed gets the day here to recruit. He'll be back here for the rest of the week. Till then, we will tackle this NBA, NHL card here as well here. And yes, a little bit of echo there, AOD. Sorry to start that off that way, but we're back and we're here and ready to attack here. We've got a loaded card here today. We've got plenty of guests to talk to these games about. We've got our guy AM joining us for the NHL, which will be here shortly. We'll be getting kicked off with that short card, but AM and all of his analytics and his models will be here to help us in that aspect. Our guy Wine Time Sports, and it's Daryl joining us for the NBA. 2 games in the NBA after the Spurs get their guts ripped out last night. It was a tough loss for the city of San Antonio, but excited for the team nonetheless. And hopefully our guy Wemby can stay healthy. And we've got college football and college basketball with Wine Time as well. He'll be giving us best bets for college basketball games today. And we'll be talking about the bowl games for today and one from tomorrow. Is it Friday? I can't remember already. But we'll talk about all those games with our guy Wine Time Sports. So it should be fun. Should be a fun show here, guys. Shout out to everyone in the chat here. Bright and early. Rez Mob, Justin McKelvey, both dropping their PODs in here. Respect. Play of the day, number 1, Alabama first half, -7.5. Shout out to you, Rez. We've got stacks in here. Creighton +3 and Alabama, Florida over South Florida, 181.5 there as well. So Rez and Justin both on that game. So shout out to you both here.
Stacks.
Shout out to Stacks there in the house, my man. We have Tommy Burns, Dizzy Donuts, Ron Lofton, Kongs, Clips in here, Kripke, AOD, Wine Time in the chat here. He'll be on screen with us. Serious Business, Johnny Blaze, all in here. Action Jackson. Shout out to you, my guy. Robert Cherry also in the mix here as well, giving us his action here as well. Shout out to you, Robert Cherry. Hope you and your family doing well. We got AJ Stock still in the house here as well. Nice to see you, AJ. Let's get right after it, everyone. It's enough dilly-dally, enough kumbaya shit, as our guy Peter Loshak would say. Let's get right into the action here, everyone. We're going to start off with NHL with our guy AM. We're going to roll right into the 2 NBA games, like I said, with Wine Time Sports and It's Daryl, and then we will tackle all of the college at the back half of the program here. So let's get after it, and let's bring on a bit on this guy. I've been on this screen with this guy more than Jimmy has for these betting with Bouquett days. So it's nice to see him back on screen. The one, the only AJ joining. AJ AM in the house here. Thinking about a stock still in the chat, I guess. AM, nice to see you. How you doing?
Doing all right. Hoping to bounce back. Had a tough day yesterday. Had a lot of CLV, but just got whooped on. I mean, sometimes that's how it goes. There's one game I like today, so hopefully we can bounce back and do well.
Well, I'm very excited to hear about that game. AM here. I'm obviously without hockey action going into the game or going into this breakdown, so I look forward to listening and hearing what you have to say about these games. So let's get after it. Again, shout out to everyone in the chat. Hit the like button while you're here, and let's rock and roll, ladies and gents. We start the Los Angeles Kings versus the Florida Panthers here. And Jimmy doesn't talk about the market in these games much here. I touch on them. But what an interesting team the face-offs. The Florida Panthers are. They've, defending champs, do the whole thing. Brad Marchand. Kings are a very interesting squad here as well. So let's talk about the market here first, and then I'll pass it off to you, AM, here. And then I've got an idiot. I didn't even pull up
daily face-off to see who the hell are these goalies. But we've got 62% of the bets, 87% of the money on the Florida Panthers here thus far, so that's not too surprising. We have Daniil Tarasov confirmed. No confirmations for the Kings yet. Anton Forsberg on face-off right now, but we'll see if that ends up being the case. What do you think about this game, AM? Are you believing in a little Daniil Tarasov today?
I don't care too much about the goalies. I mean, I do like the Kings here. This is actually the one game I moved on. Yeah, I like the Kings here. There was some interesting movement because it looked like there was some movement early this morning to the Kings, and then it bounced back up. So that concerns me a little bit. But at the same time, it's not like this line's really moving that much considering how much money is coming in on Florida. So from a market standpoint, at least right now, I'm not too worried about it yet. But yeah, I think this is a good Kings spot. The Kings have been really good on the road. Had a just really nasty little home stretch there, and now they get a chance to play the defending two-timers over here, and that's a good reason for teams to get up for it. And just with them struggling offensively the last two games, I just think we see a real focused effort from them. I think the under is also live as well. But yeah, I did move on the Kings at plus 126 last night. So shop around. You can still get some good numbers. But yeah, I mean, I get it. I know that, the Panthers have been playing really good. After this road trip, they beat up on the Stars, beat up on the Lightning, and then they got their backup goalie starting. I could see this one falling through the cracks, and them just maybe not giving their best effort today.
Okay, I'm going to join you on the LA Kings. I've got plus 120 full game money line as well. So let's ride together, AM. Let's ride together here. The birds of a feather, they fly together. AM, let's go. All right, let's go to the next game here. Utah Mammoth, Detroit Red Wings here. And whenever I think of the Red Wings, I now think of our guy, the Gorkle. Shout out to Gorky. Right now in this matchup, we've got 62% of the bets and 88% of the money on the Utah Mammoth in this game. Very interesting here. I can tell you, and I'm going to refresh my line movement here. There is a minus 116 out there now for the Detroit Red Wings here. They opened up at minus 120, go down to minus 116, interestingly enough, at Bodog, as our Canadian friends will call it here. Minus 125 has not moved, went up and down here, but 62% of the bets, 80% of the money is on the Mammoth here. So I guess you can call it a public road dog here. Both goalies unconfirmed. Face-off has Vejmelka, shout out to Gokster, and Cam Talbot listed right now, but both unconfirmed, obviously. And what are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, don't have too much of a strong opinion on the side. I was kind of interested to see that it does seem like the market is respecting the money coming in on Utah, even though it's pretty public. But man, it is really hard to get in front of this Red Wings team right now. I mean, they've just been on a roll. The one thing I do think looks nice in this game is I think this goes over. I think this goes over pretty easily too. The Red Wings haven't been allowing too many goals. They've been all right defensively, but Mammoth have been allowing a good amount of goals, and they're a team that definitely likes to play up and down, on hockey kind of style, and they can put up goals themselves. Just kind of think that this could quickly turn into a bit of a shootout. Like I said, not too much of a strong opinion on the side. I definitely think the Red Wings have just been in incredible form, but last night their comeback win on the Islanders could be a bit of a letdown spot for them. Meanwhile, the Mammoth played last night as well, but they I mean, they got whooped on by the Bruins. So kind of
Yes, they
see
did.
them being a little bit more focused in here tonight. But like I said, I think the best way to play this is probably the over. I can see the case for both sides.
Okay. Nothing here for AM. You lean towards the over, correct?
Yeah, I think the over is probably pretty live here.
All right, well, lean towards the over here. Nothing for me in this game. Public dog, I'd probably lean towards Detroit, but I understand exactly what you mean. After the Utah Mammoth go out there, they get their shit beat out of them by the Bruins. They all get into a big fight as well on the ice as well. Big line brawl, I think I saw. So, yeah, I can see why the Mammoth are definitely locked in and why I'm not betting this game here. So we roll on to the Winnipeg Jets versus the St. Louis Blues, who I admittedly do not like. AM, as a Boston Bruins fan, I do not like Jordan Binnington. It really burns me up still that the Bruins lost that Stanley.
Yeah.
I will not lie. Shout out to Lucas Ryan, who I'm sure is out there laughing right now at my pain. 66% of the bets, 93% of the money right now on the Winnipeg Jets, but it's a big favorite, so it's tough to really read into those numbers. That's why our guy Jimmy the Bag doesn't read into them too much. We have Joel Hofer confirmed for the St. Louis Blues. Thank God it's not Jordan Binnington. Unconfirmed Hellebuck right now for the Jets. We'll see if we get that confirmed here throughout the show here. What do you think, Am?
Man, I looked at this game, and it's interesting. I don't know why the Jets are commanding this kind of price on the road. I mean, I understand Hellebuck's back, but I don't know if their goalie just solves all their problems. And this is I think the Blues are probably looking at this game. They've had this game circled after this is their first meeting since losing that really rough Game 7 loss in Round 1 last year. I don't think the Jets should be demanding this kind of price. I know the Blues have been pretty bad this year, but I find it hard to believe that the Jets deserve this kind of price. I see a lot of money coming in on the Jets. And there was some movement towards the Jets. It was pretty small, but we also have seen a little bit of a tick now the other direction. I could only play the Blues here. I don't know how you could feel comfortable playing the Jets at this price. I'd rather take the home dog. The other thing that's interesting is I think this total is really weird. This is when these teams play, there's usually a good amount of goals, and for it to be just a 5.5 minus 110 on both sides is pretty interesting. Makes me think that the under's probably live, just because historically, I mean, 5.5, I'd go over at a high rate. That's why usually when you see a 5.5, it's going to be pretty juiced towards the over. And when that's not the case, usually the under is a live game. So with the way this game's setting up, I kind of think this is going to have somewhat of a playoff game atmosphere. And I think we just saw a big move to the Blues right now, actually.
Interesting, because the fact that this is a juice to the under, or indicating that the under might be live here, automatically made me feel like, okay, well, Hellebuck's going to stand on his head, shut out potentially for him. But
I think that's probably a factor as well.
If he's the goalie,
yeah, this is going to be a bit of because they have this playoff history from last season, and this is going to be a bit of a revenge spot for the Blues. I just think this is going to be a really tight playoff type of game. And based on the line, that's what it's looking like. And like I said, there was just a move right now, pretty significant one towards the Blues. Looks like they went from at circa plus 127 to a plus 119.
Wow.
So yeah, like I said, I don't see why the Jets are laying this price. It'd only be the Blues here for me, but just based on the number and the kind of setup of the game, I think the under is a possibility, but I have a hard time getting to under 5.5 unless it's really I can make it out real good. So,
well, I'll have my eye out in this game to see how this total, unfolds here. I'll be listening and watching to see how that goes. But I'll be off with you here, AM. And by the way, $11 to get into this game tonight? Come on, that's a fucking that's a steal. That's robbery. $11? Kidding? Come on.
That's tough.
Get out there, St. Louis. Good God. All right. Next game here. We've got the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Nashville Predators. I believe this is the biggest favorite we had on the card here today in Tennessee here. Both goalies unconfirmed here. Again, let me refresh. Actually, just kidding. As of a few minutes ago, Pyotr Kochetkov confirmed for the Carolina Hurricanes here. Nothing from the Predators yet. UC Saros is the picture shown on Daily Faceoff. We'll see how all that unfolds. But Kochetkov confirmed for the Hurricanes just recently. I mean, it's tough to read into the money line markets in this game, obviously. 78% of the bets, 95% of the money on Carolina. But, it's such a big favorite. Who's taking that money line? No totals information. I will say, my friends at BOL opened this up at -190. It has come down to -177, which is a little interesting. And Bodog hasn't moved it much. Bookmaker here had -200 Carolina, now down to -174. So maybe Nashville's live here. What do you think, AM?
Yeah, I mean, based on the market, I mean, I think part of it's some steam towards just the goalie announcement. But this is kind of a suspicious line in general, I think, for the Hurricanes. This is just it's on the cheaper side. That's what I would say. When they're on the road, just you look at some recent games, at the road at the Flyers, who have been pretty good at home. They're -182 at game time, it's just seems it's a little bit cheap. It kind of makes sense. The Predators have been playing pretty good hockey. I mean, if you take aside, their last game versus the Hurricanes or the Avalanche, who are both quality opponents, they've been a good team. They've been in just good form. I don't like to lay this kind of chalk in general, and I know that there have been some issues with Kochetkov, but at the same time, it's hard for me to make a strong case to get in front of this Hurricanes team because they are kind of rolling right now. It's just a tough game. I think there could probably be some goals. It's also just hard to make that case at times too because you don't know. I mean, the Hurricanes can lock it down defensively at times. So, but because of Nashville's good form, I'd probably lean towards the over with their less impressive goalie as well. On the side, I'd probably lean towards the Hurricanes just because they're just a tier above Nashville, but at the price, man, it's hard to get there. So.
Yeah, if I had more courage, I'd be on the Predators, but I am the cowardly lion when it comes to betting the National Hockey League. I need guidance. I need my hand held. And I rather enjoy it that way. That's why Kings were on our card here today. Let's go to our last game on the board here, AM. And again, I thank you for joining me here, talking hockey. I think I enjoy the way you cap hockey. I enjoy the analytics and models because you guys know I don't know dick shit about it. I'm a market better, so I enjoy it personally. We've got another -185 favorite here, but this one feels a little more heavy because it's against New Jersey Devils. Vegas at home here. People out there having a great time at the NBA Cup. Next night, you can go in Las Vegas, New Jersey Devils game. What a weekend in Vegas. Or I guess what a last 2 days for Vegas here. -185 openers down to -177. Again, at our friends at BOL. Same thing at Bookmaker, -190 down to -175 here. There's 60% of the bets on Vegas, but 70% of the money is on the Devils. Some pretty 40% of the bets, 70% of the money on New Jersey is very interesting there. Math guy, by the way, just did that in my head. Math guy shot me out. Right now, who we have on Daily Face-Off here. No confirmed goalies. I'll refresh one time, but Markstrom and Hart being shown on the website so far. So we'll see if that ends up panning out here, AM. Interesting, heavy bets on the Devils here. Are you semi-interested in them, or are you like our guy Steve G saying Vegas -1.5?
I mean, I get the angle. I'm not gonna, jump on it myself, but there's clearly some sharp action coming in on the Devils. And I believe the angle is just Vegas had a really nice, long, and successful road trip. And, while it's been hard to back the Devils since Hughes' injury, it looks like there's some sharp bettors. I think Vegas is going to come in here sleepy. So, like I said, I can't get to the Devils myself, but I definitely can respect this, it's kind of going on out there. I mean, Circa's only moved towards the Devils or taking heavy Devils action. It does look like there's some a bit of U movement towards Vegas as well. It's a tough game. It is hard to make a case to get on the Devils. Like I said, I get that Vegas. This is probably a sleepy spot for Vegas, but Vegas is just night and day the better team right now. I don't really have too much of a strong opinion on this game. I get the situational setup to fade Vegas, but they definitely are the better team. If anything, like I was mentioning it earlier with 5.5, this one looks like it's going to be a juiced under 5.5. And we have seen some books move that towards more juice. So I think this is probably a pretty low scoring game, and it makes sense with, like I said, Vegas coming into this game with a bit of a sleepy spot. I think the under is probably the better way to play it, but I'm not real interested in the side here.
All right. Nothing for AM in this game. Nothing for me. Devils semi-interesting, but not a bet I'm going to be making here on my own here. So let's review action. AM, I can review it for you. There's only one game you're on here, and we're both going to be on it. LA Kings. You got a good line, plus 126. Excuse me. I'm going to be on there at plus 120. I have to make the bet while we're on the show here, but I'm excited to ride with you, AM. I thank you for jumping on here. Is there anything you want to plug before we get you up out of here?
No, that's it. I don't want to give you guys any legitimate picks if I'm not going to bet it myself. So, and unfortunately, the last few times, like yesterday, I had a bunch of bets, but sometimes that's how it goes for me. If I've got the systems to back it up, I'll get on it. Otherwise, some days I got nothing. But so today it's just the Kings. Hopefully it pans out. I think we've hit the last two we've given out, so hopefully we can make it 3.
Yep.
But good luck everyone, and I'll see you guys in the chat. And thanks for having me, Jose. Always nice seeing you as always.
Yep, and I hope you can jump on and join us on the live streams this week and such, AM. And of course, more importantly, we hope to see you at Publipalooza 5. Publipalooza 5 coming soon, AM, and I can't wait to see you there. Hopefully.
Okay. Yeah. All right. See you guys.
Shout out to you, AM, our guy AM joining us here. Shout out to him. Great time, great hockey breakdown. Shout out to you guys all for sticking around and watching and listening. I hope you guys got some action out of that. I am officially submitted. I have bet the LA Kings plus 120 for me here to start my day. So let's get after it. We've got 2 NBA games here today. I'm still personally reeling after a devastating, really not really devastating, but a sad Spurs loss last night. So I need 2 heavy hitters when it comes to the NBA. I need 2 heavy hitters. So let's bring on our first man, a man who knows his Mexican food. Don't fuck around with Mexican food with this next guy. If you put a plate of Mexican food in front of his face, he'll tell you it's fucking garbage probably, because he has had the best Mexican food in the world. It's the one, the only Wine Time Sports joining the program. Wine Time, I bet you Jimmy's never talked about your critique of Mexican food, huh?
That's funny, Jose. I remember I actually told you about that. It was that it was the breakfast spot. It was the eggs. The eggs were just I couldn't even eat them. You know what I mean? Like they were just I don't know. It just wasn't good. Tortillas were dry out, but I'm kind of spoiled out here where I am with Mexican food. I'd be eating that like 3 or 4 times a week, and my wife cooks some good Mexican food too, and her fam. So yeah, shout out to the good Mexican food for sure. But shout out to San Antonio. You get some good food down there that you can't get over here, though. You can get some nice fried chicken over there. You get some nice barbecue, best barbecue. So,
Oh man, yeah, I had a good laugh just thinking about wine time, eating some Mexican food and just spitting it out. But bro, what is this garbage? So I had a good laugh just thinking about that as well here. But let's bring on our next guest here. He escaped me last time. Wine time sports. He escaped last time. His Lakers are heartless and soulless, and I almost got him, but I let him escape. It's the one, the only Daryl Rice joining the program.
Daryl?
Daryl, nice to see you, Daryl.
What up, though?
How are you
What up,
doing?
though, man? Doing good, doing good. Good to be back. Wine time, good to see you, brother. And we are absolutely spoiled, man, with Mexican food, bro. Trust me, California is the best. We don't. If you're from Cali, man, you don't really fuck with Tex-Mex. We could give 2 shits about Tex-Mex, bro.
That's what
Best
it seems
rolled
like.
taco, best rolled tacos, best carne asada burritos, best California burritos, man. Come out of California, bottom line. And that's just the taco shops. Like if your favorite Mexican spot isn't called a taco shop, then you have not had good Mexican food, bro. That's just how it is.
Max.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't know. I have no fucking idea what a California burrito is either. So
Oh man. It's the greatest, man. It's carne asada burrito with fries in it, basically. French fries in it. But yeah.
Yep.
okay, well, wine time.
Yeah,
When you jump on that plain wine, could you just go ahead and stuff a California burrito in your carry-on for me? That'd be nice.
Of course.
Yeah, man. Peace and love to everybody in the chat, man. I hope everybody's finished their Christmas shopping.
I just fucking did it yesterday, Daryl. I just hit the submit for all the bullshit, and half of it's like it might get here before Christmas.
Yeah. I did Amazon this year, so I'm pretty good, man. I'm pretty good. I tell you what, though, basketball for Christmas is going to be great. Football for Christmas, bro, is going to be absolute trash. Like, and you can't flex out of that type of schedule. You know what I'm saying? How it is with the Saturday games and shit like that.
No,
So.
yeah, NFL. That's just that the NBA better come for the NFL that day.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
can reclaim their day back.
They can.
By the way, we can talk. This is amongst friends. We're in the trust tree. Have you guys gotten a gift that you're particularly excited about to give to someone? Is there something you guys got? You know, because I haven't gotten shit for Helga, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the last week and a half, and I haven't had any ideas. So I'm trying to steal some ideas. Anything good you guys got?
I got a couple random things for the wife. We did a thing where we're not doing a lot of gifts this year because the baby might be here before Christmas. So we're like, if you guys, don't worry about getting us presents, get little Emmy some presents. And so, yeah, I got my wife a couple things off Amazon, but a lot of it's going to be for the baby. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. My wife this year, man, for whatever reason, she really wanted a new coffee maker that did cold brew.
Ooh,
sure.
So
sure.
I got, I jumped on this Ninja brand. Like, Ninja's good. Ninja's a pretty damn good brand, man.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
And then so I got a Ninja coffee brew with ice, you know, able to make your cold brew also. And it's got this little fucking milk frother on there also, like little attachment. So listen, man, if she doesn't like that shit, listen, if she just go crazy over this coffee maker, bruh, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna be a little heartbroken, man, because I feel like I went above and beyond with this one. Once you get a little milk frother on the side of your coffee, it's like you made it, bruh. So I'm excited to see how this is, man. We'll see how it goes.
I look forward to all of this. You guys will be happy to hear that Nuke Wecker got his wife a $20 Walmart gift card. So
Jesus,
she's good.
She's good.
Oh,
man, that's confidence. Nuke Workers must have been married for at least 25 years.
Oh yeah,
you can pull that shit off. Listen, man, I'm telling you now.
What, Nuke? It's been what, 70 years, Nuke? Well, let us know.
Oh, come on,
And
Jose.
Nuke. All right, let's talk some basketball here as well. And again, it's nice to see Nuke Worker. Nuke Worker is going to give me a fucking knuckle sandwich at Palooza 5, and I look forward to it. Cavaliers Bulls is our first matchup here today. 39, by the way. God, Nuke Worker. Shout out to you.
39 years.
Yeah.
Oh man, congrats, man. Congrats.
That's grind right there, Nuke.
That is.
We have a 5 opener here for the Cavaliers, Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Bulls here. Got up to 5.5, got up to 6 here, got up to 5.5 again, came back down to the 5 here. 64% of the bets, 51% of the money on Cleveland, making Chicago a little interesting, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I mean, X's and O's wise, we all know that the Cavaliers have been, good, not great, but the Bulls started off hot and then fell off, and all these injuries keep happening for them. So injury reports are obviously important in this game here as well. And the NBA injury report, as always, is a minefield here. So we'll see what we can derive here. We have Mobley out, obviously. Larry Nance out. Sam Merrill, Max Strus, all out here. Our good friend Luke Travers, game time decision. Ayo Dosunmu and Noah, or I should say Ayo Dosunmu is a questionable game time decision, and forward Noah Essengay out as well. So what do you guys think about this game? We'll start with our guy Wine Time Sports. Cavaliers Bulls.
Yeah, looking at this game right now, I hadn't moved on anything pre-game before coming on the show, so I'm going to be capping it and talking it out with you guys here. Bulls definitely look appealing. I just kind of wanted the market to like them a little bit more. I wanted the public to like them a little bit more. I'm looking at the ticket count right now on Wager Talk, and we currently have 64% of bets, 51% of cash on the Cleveland Cavaliers. It is pretty public, but kind of wanted to see that money even be more, probably be more in the 70% range. They're kind of splitting the money right now, but this line's not really moving. This line's at 5 right now at Circuit. Open up at a 5.5 with most of the money coming in on Cleveland. This is an interesting game right here. Am I echoing? Am I good? All right.
No, you're good. Keep going.
Okay, sweet. And looking at this total, guys, I mean, 74% of the bets coming in on the under, 91% of the cash. This line is not moving. Pretty much sitting at a 243, 242.5, depending on where you're looking. But this line's not really moving despite all the money coming in on the under, as it should. I mean, this is a crazy high total, guys. I mean, we're looking at a total that's a 243. Some spots 242.5. That's high. It's the highest total on the board out of the 2 games. Kind of lean towards the over, and I lean towards the Bulls. And if I was going to move on the Bulls, you guys know me, 4.5, 5 point range. I'm just going to take them on the money line plus the 170. Haven't done it yet. Still want to talk it out with you guys, hear what the chat has to say, see what you guys think about this. But I'm leaning towards the over or the Bulls money line plus 170.
Daryl, what do you think?
I can't get to a side or a total here. And I'm glad that you were looking at that over Wine Time, because I actually don't see how it gets over. So, yeah, I mean, they're rested here, but I still see a pretty close game at that. So, of course, if I can't really gauge a side or total here, I'm going to look at some props. The person that sticks out that I guess with me, with how I've been choosing to use or go with these props, is not be late to the party, right? And I feel like a lot of my betting, I've been late to the party, especially when it comes to these props. And the reason why is because of the climate of gambling now. I just really feel like the prop market is rigged against us. I really feel like it more than ever now. So once you've gotten, a player who's kind of, streaking hot, and people are starting to notice their props, I think that's the point where the kind of, the tinfoil hat comes on and the books get involved and say, okay, this prop is being bet a lot over. He's been hitting it. Let's see what we can do to manipulate it. With all that said, I was looking at this guy, Jalen Tyson. And Jalen Tyson has been scoring his ass off. And just looking at his points right now, It's juiced to the under, right? But he's sitting at 13.5 right now. And if you look at his points, just in the last 5 games, he's gone over that all but once. So he gave you 16 against the Hornets. He gave you 13 against the Wizards, 24 against the Spurs, 14 against the Blazers, and 11 against Golden State. So I don't. The Bulls don't play any defense, you know? So if I'm just going to try to look at somebody who I think could get you 13.5 points, besides your obvious people like the Donovan Mitchells, you know, your Josh Giddeys and things like that, I would look more along the lines of, you know, a player that looks like they make a good pivotal, you know, role on the team when other players are injured. And that would apply for Jalen Tyson here. So that's the only thing I can really look at rather. I think this game is going to be tight, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bulls do win this game. And the reason being is because even with the injuries, Cleveland hasn't really been fully healthy the entire season, right? They haven't been entirely healthy at all, and they're still a really good team. So I think the line looks kind of weird to me because I would think when you got equal rest and things of that nature, and Cleveland being a great team, a long team, that they should be able to hand it to the Bulls by more than 5 points, right? So why is this line only at 5? That's very telling in itself already. So we know we're not going to have Max Strus out there and stuff like that. So I would look more toward glue guys who have seemed to kind of come out of the woodworks when it comes to betting this game, this specific game. I would only look at that. But no move for me. I guess it's a long-winded way of saying I haven't bet anything, but where I'd be looking.
No, we appreciate the long-windedness, Daryl. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. Great breakdowns for you guys. There's no action for me here either, so we can roll right along here into our next game, which is our last game. Obviously, our Memphis Grizzlies here versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. By the way, everyone always talks shit about Memphis and how like shitty it is. I like Memphis. I'll stand up for Memphis. I'm a Memphis guy. I like the city. The city of Memphis was nice here. But we got the Minnesota Timberwolves hosting them here. With 7.5 is what we have here. It opened up at an 8. So getting some love here for Los Memphis Grizzlies here. Right now, there is 53% of the bets, 70% of the money on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Half a point move down. So maybe we can see a lively Grizzlies team here today. For an injury report here, let me see if we can pull up something, which, you know, there will be an updates to us throughout the day. Cam Spencer is still out, was out yesterday, I should say, with a personal thing, and so was his brother. So they obviously had something in their family happen. So hopefully they are going to be all right there. But I don't expect him to be back. Brandon Clark, game time decision today. Keep your ear on that. And so is John Morant as well. Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, also game time decision here. Mike Conley is out this game, but Anthony Edwards, game time decision. Ja, game time decision. Brandon Clark, game time decision. So keep your ears to the street on that stuff. Daryl, we'll start off with you this time. Minnesota Timberwolves, Memphis Grizzlies. What do you think?
Well, obviously, if we're going to be at least a little bold about what we're doing on a side here, you have to wait for the injury report. You just have to. You just have to kind of be ready. But what I think this line is telling me is that Ant Edwards is going to play and maybe not Ja. I think you would see a little, just a little more movement. If there was some news about Ja, this would probably get to 7, maybe 6.5. Not unless the anticipation of Ja is that this is somehow baked into the number, if that. But this is the way I would. This is why I like Minnesota. I like Minnesota here because I think what people kind of overlook is how bad this team is, that being the Grizzlies, without Zach Edey. So I'm just going to give you a couple of numbers here, which it made a lot of sense to me when I looked at it. So here's the metric for you. Rebounding rank. When Zach Edey is on the floor, they're first. They're ranked first in rebounding. Without, their bottom 10. Defensive rating with Zach Edey, they're third with him on the court. Without Zach, bottom third. Opponent free throw rate, they're first. They have the lowest. With them, they're just pretty much high. So I'm saying all that to say that people don't realize how important Zach Edey is in the paint, right? And how he is integral to that team's play and how they play. I just think that Minnesota here can go in or can play this game tonight and smack the shit out of Memphis if Ja isn't on that court. And so I do agree with this number. I just want to be sure here before I push the button on Minnesota that he's not playing. So I'm going to monitor the line movement first. But the second thing I'm definitely going to do is try to be as early as possible before that injury report drops that Ja isn't playing. Did anybody see him or anybody have any updates on him at shoot around?
Yeah, people in the chat let us know that especially. Let us know. Go ahead. Sorry.
That he wasn't at shoot around?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet here.
Yeah. So if he's not at shoot around, man, that makes me like Minnesota a little more. So I would think I would probably have to go that way. Just Minnesota, take the 7.5. This could be an easily blowout game, but I'm going to wait a little bit just to make sure that injury report is right on track.
All right. What do you think about this game, Wine Time?
Well, it's another interesting total spot here, guys. I mean, we talked about it in the last game. So I somewhat did. I mean, the total's at a 243. This one opened up at a 233.5, and the same amount of tickets and money is on the under in this game. So that's kind of crazy too. The same amount of percentage of tickets and money are both on the under in this game. This line actually moved. This line moved 4 points down since the opener last night. I think that's kind of indicating too, maybe that Ja isn't going to play here in this one. I'm not too sure if he's going to be in this one. I would be on Memphis, I think, in this spot. But again, I'm not going to move on it because I'm surprised only 57% of tickets are coming in on Minnesota. I thought this would probably be in the 65-70 range. I mean, Memphis, this is not a good basketball team out there. And question marks are always going to be around if Ja's playing or not. And is the team actually going to play better when he's out there? I want to be on – I kind of want to be on the under in that first game now, or on the over in that first game, because that's not moving. This line did move 4 points. So I think the books kind of know that that first game is going to go over, and this is going to probably go under because they've adjusted this number accordingly to that. Sidewise, not going to move on it either. I don't really like the side in this game. Again, it would probably be Memphis on the +7. At the same time, I'm not going to trust this Memphis Grizzlies team. So it's a pass for me. I did make official, though, guys. I am going to be on the Chicago Bulls money line +170. That is an official bet from me in that first game. Just made it, so I'll tweet it out after the show. Wanted to make official with you guys, though.
That's good.
All right. Well, beautiful. That's a great breakdown, gentlemen. That's the NBA. Daryl. We'll start with you, Daryl. Let's recap your plays. Do you have any action on this card?
No, I'm leaning toward Minnesota. I'm thinking I'm going to get there. I'm going to dig a little deeper into Jalen Tyson, and I might have to get there with Wine Time because it makes a lot of sense. So nothing official, but as soon as I do make a play, I will send it out and add you on to that post.
All right. Well, beautiful. Wine Time. What about you? Any official action there? We actually just heard it, but I guess we'll go over it one more time.
Yeah, we will be taking we did take. I got to tweet it out. So the Chicago Bulls money line +170. Have a question mark next to the over 243. I think I'm just going to stay away from it in the total. I think I'm just going to place the one bet today in the NBA, and it's an underdog. So I've been doing good in these spots. Hopefully the Bulls can get that cash with us tonight. Again, only a 5-point spread against the Cavaliers. I'm surprised it's this low. I know, they're coming off the rest and stuff, but I still feel like this line should have probably been like 7.5, even though it's in Chicago. The fact it's only a 5, I'm just going to take them on the money line.
All right. Well, beautiful. Daryl Rice, we thank you very much for hopping in here, joining us, my good sir. Again, I said this to AM, I'll say it to you. I look forward to seeing you. Palooza 5, March 20th to the 30th. And I can't wait to see you there, buddy.
Appreciate it, man. Always good talking ball with you guys. Let's get the money, man. Let's get it.
Let's get that money. Daryl Rice, thank you for joining us at It's Daryl on Twitter. All right, Wine Time Sports. We've got some college action to go over here, and I look forward to talk about it. We're going to start with the college basketball. I am currently finishing up the graphics for the college basketball as we speak. So we will start off with these first two games and then roll into our UCLA Bruins here. But first, let's go to the Battle of Chicago here. And by the way, nice to see Dabby Cab in the chat here. I just saw our boy Spoons put in some action as well in the chat here. He's on Siena, or is going to add Siena plus 3.5 here as well. He knows all about that conference, and our guy Dabby Cab in here looking to hear his action as well. But let's start with UIC and Illinois, or excuse me, in Northern Iowa here. Wine time. You know how to pick them. Let me tell you that first off, because this game, $34 to get into this game tonight here. $34. When you click the game, it says tickets as low as $52. So you're going to have to pay a pretty penny to get into this game. You can get into a St. Louis Blues game tonight for $11. But no. Illinois, Chicago, you got to pay up. 86% of the bets and 88% of the money on NIU in this game so far. Wine Time Sports. I'm seeing a 5.5 opener here go down to 4.5 at BOL and 5 at Bookmaker as well. So very interesting. Obviously, UIC seems to be a good side here. Wine, what do you think about this game? I hope you're on UIC at least.
I am on UIC money line plus 190 here in this spot against Northern Iowa. I mean, is this line not fishy? I mean, this is the first game coming off the board here today in college basketball. We've got all the tickets coming in on Northern Iowa, as they should. I mean, that's by far the better team here. Illinois, Chicago, you mentioned it. What, $30-something to go to this game? That's crazy expensive. We're going to be talking about that UCLA game later. That's probably going to be the cheapest. It's probably going to be $8 there. And this is Illinois, Chicago, Credit One Arena in Chicago, Illinois. So I'm on them here. I think this place is probably going to be rocking here. I know it's a Wednesday night, but the students don't got a lot going on over there. This place is going to probably get packed by the time everyone gets out of class here because, like I said, it's probably not a lot going on over there. And they take care of business here. This line's fishy, and the line's not really moving right now. I mean, this opened up at, depending on where you looked up, you said 4.5, 5. Some places open up at a 5.5. This is down to a 4.5, 4 right now, pretty much everywhere. I think it's only going to continue to go down. Odds Logic and Action Network are both reporting that it's like 80-90% of tickets and cash are coming in on this spot too. So that's a consensus on there. And usually when both those sites are kind of like around the same number on these underdog money lines for me, it's been successful this year. So give me UIC money line plus 190 here.
Plus 190 for Mr. Wine Time.
I just want to make sure that is the line available because I haven't tweeted this out yet. So let me just double check.
Well,
here.
while you do that, a beautiful 190. I just bet them plus 4.5 because I have small balls at minus 105 here. So I'm with you. Plus 4.5, minus 105 for Illinois, Chicago there. So shout out to you and shout out to all of the Chicago Cappers in the chat here as well. All right. And yes, Justin, that's right. I need more than a unit to go watch this game. That's nuts. That's how you know I'm not going to go watch this game as well.
That's expensive for like a game like this. Like that's kind of crazy.
You kidding me? Hell no, I'm not going to this game for $50. Fucking $30. Hell no. However, I will consider going to the mighty Marquette versus Georgetown here. A good matchup versus two Big East squads here. And Wine Time, of course. Everyone, I know you guys come for the gambling picks, all the analysis, but you stay for the ticket prices here because you can get into this game at the Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for only $5 You kidding me? Big East basketball here tonight? You'll have to dig yourself through the snow in Wisconsin. Shout to the Ekdals. But you'll fucking find a way. Marquette, Georgetown, the market in this game, we've got 78% of the bets, 76% of the money on the Hoyas here. Line movement in this game. This opened up at a -4. Wow. -4 Marquette here, up to -5.5 Marquette. With all that money on Georgetown, Wine Time Sports, tell me why you're on Marquette.
Yeah, I love Marquette here, Jose, against Georgetown. And yeah, it's apparently looking right now the public's coming in and taking Georgetown on both of these websites as well here. I think Chase Ross is going to probably be the best player on the court here for Marquette. This is a home game for him. This place is going to be rocking. You mentioned it's going to be snowing out there. That's why these tickets are probably so cheap, because they want people in that arena. I think this is a big-time home game for him. There's a reason why this team's a favorite here. Looking at both of these teams' records right now, Georgetown has been playing some better basketball, but I don't know. I think Marquette is the best player on the court here, and I think he's going to have himself a game here tonight at home on a Wednesday in Wisconsin. So I am on them. I just want to give you guys the best number available I can find right now. I think it's going to be a -5 at -115. Let me see here. I can get a -5 at -115 right now. So that's what I'm going to give you guys. Marquette, they're going to take care of business. They're going to smash Georgetown here. I think this game means a lot more to them here. Give me Marquette -5, -115, Jose.
All right. Well, here's another play that I will be joining Wine Time on as well. I'll join you. I'll just take them 5 -120 for me here. Let me just put fucking to win.
And shout out to Spoons. He said building will be as dead as it will be for any conference play. School's out. That's why tickets are as cheap. Supply and demand. Yeah, that's true. We got to keep in mind that I saw someone else mention that about UIC. For some reason, that game's $30 more a ticket. So yeah, there's probably gonna be no one at this game. But like I said, I think they have the best player on the court here. I think the line's very telling. The market's very telling. It's only moving towards Marquette at this point. If this gets to a 6, I mean, that's just crazy. It opened up at a 4.5 here. So give me Marquette. I like Marquette here.
Marquette for Wine Time. I've joined them. I'm on them as well. And by the way, I saw Deacon was handing out pictures of himself signed. I want one, Deacon, you motherfucker. I want one from my background, you son of a bitch, if you're handing them out. So go ahead and DM me later. I'll gladly take one and hang it up for you. But let's go to our last game. And speaking about dead, speaking about cheap tickets, let's go to the UCLA Bruins versus Arizona State here. Wine, as a guy that used to write about UCLA basketball in the heyday when my boy Thomas Welsh was manning the paint with old Lonzo Ball, and the coach's son, whose name I forget, the white guy who just shot a bunch of threes. I forget his name already. It is sad to see what has happened to UCLA basketball here. We've opened up at a 9.5. I'm seeing 9s for the mighty UCLA Bruins here. There's 50% of the tickets each way and 88% of the money on the Bruins here. Please tell me that the house that Lonzo Ball built is coming back to form here. Wine Time. Tell me that he's going to return with Big Baller Brand shoes on and ready to ascend UCLA basketball to the heights with some NIL money. Tell me that Mick Cronin is going to ascend and be an actual coach worth his damn. Tell me all these things, Wine Time. What do you think about this matchup, ASU UCLA?
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one here, Jose. Yeah, this building probably will be dead. It's just kind of how it is out here in Los Angeles at some of these games. It's just people don't want to sit in the traffic to get to these games. Sit in the traffic on the way home, and you got to get up for work the next day. People,
Oh yeah, it tells them the ticket price as well. Wine Time, because you can get in for $8.
Wow, Paulie Pavilion. Yeah, it's a beautiful arena here too. I wish this place can get packed more often. If it did, that's gotta be a big new thing for the football head coach. He's already talked about is getting fans back in stands. But let's get to this game here, guys. ASU has been actually playing some pretty good ball this season. UCLA, I mean, you guys have heard me talk about this team. They should have beaten Arizona. They beat themselves in that game, and now you're looking at Arizona, and they're the number 1 team in the nation. It's kind of crazy how that happens. UCLA takes care of business. A couple conference play victories, not impressive by any means. They got a couple cupcakes to start their Big Ten play against Oregon and Washington. Barely got it done against Washington, give or take. It was on the road, but then they go on the road to Gonzaga. They were in that game from start to finish, Jose. I honestly thought UCLA was going to get them outright at one point. They were outplaying them, and in that second half, Gonzaga just kind of bullied them in a way, and UCLA just couldn't really get anything going. They couldn't stop Gonzaga. And with that being said here, UCLA 2-0 in conference play to start the season here. Arizona State as well.
Hand up. I forgot these guys were in different conferences now as well, because I definitely thought this was a conference game. Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, this is a conference matchup. We're starting off conference play. This is early.
Pac-12 after dark here at Pauley Pavilion, what they used to say. So I miss the Pac-12.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy.
It was a fun conference. Donovan Dent, though. Guys,
when I was scrolling on the ESPN just now, and I was looking at the conference standings, and I was like, why the fuck is Arizona State with like Oklahoma State? And I was sitting there like racking my brain for a solid 3 minutes. So sorry, that was just hilarious to me.
No, yeah, I hear that. As far as this game goes, I mean, Donovan Dent, they got to get this guy going at some point. I mentioned him, I believe it was on Saturday. Mick Cronin said he just can't get to the rim like he could have at San Diego State, playing in a Power 4 conference now rather than a G6 conference. And there's a couple guys that, they went out and grabbed in the portal. This UCLA team is really talented. They got a really good head coach in Cronin, but I don't really know if I believe in Cronin as a head coach at this point. I think he's done a really good job throughout his whole career, winning where he has, then coming over to UCLA, and he's had a couple, magical runs with them. But that's what you're expected to do when you come to UCLA basketball. You're expected to pretty much be in at least the Sweet 16 every single season. And they've came up short a couple times, and Cronin seems to have these guys ready to go, and he just got an extension, which is a little questioning. They better win this game, Jose. I mean, if they don't win this game after he signs that contract extension, I mean, that it's disappointing. If this is a must-win game for the UCLA Bruins at home against a team that they very well could blow them out here in this game. But I'm going to be looking at it a little bit different way, Jose. I'm going to be on the Arizona State Sun Devils +9, -105 right now. I think UCLA wins this game, but I think Arizona State's going to cover. I think they're going to stay within this game, and UCLA probably wins with free throws at the end that they're going to have to knock down. And again, I don't know if they can knock these free throws down. We've seen Donovan Dent in clutch time trying to make these free throws, and he misses, goes 1 of 2 separate times at the line. I don't get it. And that's what this team's been known for. UCLA needs this win, Jose, but at the same time, I don't see them winning by 10 points here. Give me Arizona State +9, -105. I think they're going to be in this game from start to finish here. Let's say UCLA ever gets up at double digits at one point in this game, I will be on Arizona State Live, because we've seen this UCLA team crumble at times. Mick Cronin just wants to win these games. He doesn't care about covering these spreads. 9 points, he just wants to win. I do think they win. I don't think they cover this spread, though. So Arizona State +9.
All right. Arizona State +9 for our guy Wine Time Sports here. All right. Wow. What college basketball breakdown, Wine Time. 3 bets. Let's review our action. Well, I'll let you go ahead and review your action, because it's basically my action as well here. What do you think? Or should I say, not what do you think? What are you on here today?
Yeah, Illinois, Chicago start the card. Money line +190. We don't need those 4.5, 5 points in our pocket. I think they're going to win this game outright. I think the line's telling. Marquette -5, -115 here. I think they're going to beat Georgetown by double digits here. I don't even think this game's going to be close. Might end up pulling the trigger on the first half as well. And then the Arizona State Sun Devils full game +9, -105. 3 plays today in college basketball. Love these spots.
Beautiful. I'm on Marquette -5, -120, and I am on UIC +4.5 at -105 there. Let's have it, Weinstein. Let's have a day. Me and you are tied together here today, so it should be a lot of fun here today. Let's go to our last segment here on Betting with Bouquett. Shout out to you guys all in the chat here for, again, sticking around, watching, hitting the like button, the whole thing. It's, again, a rather quick show, I guess, compared with my friend Jimmy the Bag here. but hopefully the profits will still be the same here. We've got 2 bowl games tonight, and we're going to talk about a bowl game on Friday morning, I believe. We're going to talk about that game Friday morning because it starts before betting with the bag here. I'm sure Jimmy will talk about it again on Friday, but we want to hear our guy Wine Time Sports opinion on these games. So let's get right after it and talk about these bowl games here, because I'm a lover of these bowl games. I can't get enough of them. I want them all. So I look forward to watching and betting on all of them here, including the first one here. Of course, we're going to the Cure Bowl here, specifically the Staff DNA Cure Bowl here. USF versus ODU. I think now, Weinstein, correct me if you're wrong. Is Golish coaching this game? I think he was.
No, he is not. He's out in the offensive. He is out in the offensive coordinator at both left, and Bynum Brown, the do-it-all quarterback, will be on the sideline working as an assistant in this game, sitting out the bowl game, hitting the transfer portal, but he will be working as an assistant.
Well, there we go. Beautiful. See, this is why Wine Time Sports is here to figure my bullshit out. They're in Orlando, Florida. So obviously South Florida, just a little roll up there. And ODU is in Virginia. So it's not too far, but I expect this to be a very South Florida friendly crowd here. We have, and let me go to college football to see where these lines have moved. We have a -7 going down to -4, opt-outs, transfers, etc. But this went down to a 3.5, and has climbed back up to a 4 here. So this line has gone up and down here, but the transfers and all that stuff do affect this. We have 53% of the bets and 79% of the money on ODU. So it's feeling like a South Florida spot to me here, Wine. What do you think here?
Yeah, this is a tough game here. This would have been a lot more fun if both of these coaching staffs, both of these starting quarterbacks were playing in this. This would be an actual really good game. I think South Florida would probably take care of business, and this line would be a little bit more, which is why, we saw this open up at a 6, and it's down to a 4 right now. Obviously, the news came out about Bynum Brown not playing in this one. I believe South Florida is going to start their 5th-year senior who's been with the program for a long time, because this is going to be his last his last game. So they're going to give him the start. They've got a couple of other freshmen, like true freshmen and a redshirt freshman. I think they're going to rotate in and out in the second half if this guy doesn't really do well. For some reason, maybe the more I'm looking at this game, there's a lot of money coming in on ODU, and for a good reason. It's the quarterback play here for me. I don't really know too much about either of these quarterbacks. Neither of these guys have played a lot this season. The Old Dominion's quarterback, I believe, has played in just 1 game this year. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, Quinn Hinnickel, redshirt freshman, 6'2", 210 pounds, from Downingtown, West Pennsylvania. He played in 1 game this season. He's a runner. He's got 20 carries this year for 102 yards. Last season, he played a little bit too as a true freshman, 34 carries for 278 yards. So he's definitely a mobile quarterback here. Let's see here. And then we're going to just pull up USF's quarterback, because Bynum Brown will be playing it. So it's going to be Gaston Moore, graduate transfer. He came over, actually, I apologize. He transferred over from Tennessee this last offseason. Not sure for what reason, to compete with Bynum Brown, the guy that just threw for 3,000 yards and rushed for 2,000 yards. Kind of crazy, but he does have some experience. He went to Central Florida. He went to Tennessee. He's played in a couple games throughout his career. Maybe this guy can sling it around. I don't think he's going to be able to sling it around like Brown, or at least move it around like him. So that's going to be something interesting as well. As of right now, Jose, I have nothing in this game. Looking at the total here really quick. Where are we having right now? We've got a 53 at some sharp books, 52 at some others. And this line opened up pretty much around a 55.5, and the money is coming in on the under. So the line is moving. There's not a lot to know about this game. I'm going to have to probably dive into this game a little bit more when we get off the show today. If anything, I think I might be on, I don't know, the running quarterback or a quarterback that's came over from Tennessee. It's tough. I think I might be on South Florida, which is kind of crazy, just because they've got a kid that's came over that has experience, that's been at bigger programs, has been sitting behind Brown all season long, so he knows this offense pretty well. He's a graduate student. He's a 6th-year guy, so I think he's going to want to probably show it all on the field here. So I'm leaning towards South Florida. haven't moved on it yet, though, Jose.
Agreed. I kind of lean South Florida, but
shout out to Mikey Money in the chat. Good to see you, Mikey.
Oh, look at him. Look, it's nice to see Mikey Money in the chat. Nice to see you, Mike. But yeah, I lean South Florida. I just don't have enough conviction to bet on it there. Mikey Money, what are you on today? And let me know if you like the LA Kings. I know obviously the ice is more your domain than mine, Mikey Money. So let me know if you like the Kings today as well. All right, let's go to our next bowl game. Other one here happening today. What is this? The Veterans Bowl? What is the what do we got here? Yeah, the Ventures Bowl. Excuse me, the Ventures Bowl here in Hancock Whitney Stadium in Mobile, Alabama. Delaware versus Louisiana here. The first bowl game ever for the Delaware Blue Hens, and they have 67% of the bets, 84% of the money on Delaware here. This line opened up at -3.5 Louisiana. It has come down to 2 at BOL. Bodog has 1. Heritage has 2 here. So a lot of places moving down, reacting to all that money on Delaware here. I'll be honest, as a guy that has seen a football team try to go out there and win their first bowl game before, I'd be a little surprised if they went out there and got their first victory here. But the line is saying that Delaware are the side here. What do you think, Wine Time?
Shout out to Delaware. First year in the power I think they came over from the FCS level. Made a nice jump. I mean, they went 6-6 this season, give or take Conference USA, but still pretty impressive. Fun fact, Delaware Stadium holds 18,000 people. That's crazy. I know this game's not going to be in Delaware, but that's just always crazy to look at, like when a football stadium can only hold 18,000. But with that being said, Nick Minucci here, the quarterback, the junior, he's had a pretty damn good season, Jose. I mean, he's thrown for 22 touchdowns. He has a completion rate of 63%. He's thrown for 3,500 yards through the air this year. He's also rushed for 231 on the ground to add 10 more touchdowns on the ground. This guy's a winner. This guy's a gamer. For some reason, I feel like this kid's probably going to end up entering the transfer portal and not go to a Power 4 program, but probably go to a better program than Delaware. This kid's definitely got some talent out there, and it showed this season. He's been able to sling it around. Doesn't matter who. It's just the defense has been a big problem for them this season. Looking at the total in this one where we're seeing, I mean, it's high for a reason. I don't know if either of these teams are going to stop anybody out there, Jose. Where are we sitting right now? 62.5. What did this open up at? A 58.5, I think I'm seeing right now. 57.5 at Circa was the first number that they brought out. Yeah, all the money in cash is coming on the over on Circa. Let's see here. Let's pull this up. And the money, obviously,
8.5. Yeah, that's crazy.
I think that this game's going to go over. I think that we could probably be on the over in this game, and probably both team totals over as well. I think it's going to be a shootout with both of these teams. Circa is hanging at 2.5 right now. I think I would be on Delaware here. I just don't like all the money coming in on Delaware right now. 67% of bets and 84% of cash. A little bit surprising. I think it's probably because of their quarterback play. I'm going to stay off the side in this, but I think I'm going to move on an over here, or maybe a first half over. This game we still got like 7 more hours until this game goes off. It's nothing for me right now. I'm going to let the market marinate a little bit more in this one, but I think I might be on a first half over or a full game over in this game.
I could see why. I could easily see why. Justin McKelvey saying they're still going to be scoring in the morning in this game. So I like that. By the way, a funny comment from Justin. He said, I'm only here for the ticket prices and take shots of Wine Time. So
there we go.
Shout out to you, Justin McKelvey, my man. All right, let's move on to our last game on today's card here. Wine, I'm sure you're going to be like, what the fuck am I going to do with all this free time I've got on a Wednesday afternoon here? But let's talk about this game. This is a Friday morning game. It's starting at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central. So we're not going to be able to cap it Friday morning. I'm betting with the bag. So we'll talk about it here. Our guy Wine Time suggested a great suggestion. Kennesaw State versus Western Michigan. Another team, Kennesaw State, trying to go for their first bowl game here, which I'm going to be very fascinated to see how they do. They've been, that up-and-coming story here the last few years. we have, as of right now, 56% of the bets and 70% of the money on Western Michigan, 90% of the bets, 90% of the money on the under in this game here as well. Line opened up at -4. Western Michigan is down to 3. If this gets down to 2.5, I especially think that Kennesaw State will be live in this game. And as for the total, 47.5, 47 right now at BOL, and 48's out there as well. So interesting, with 90% of the money goes up a little bit. So fascinating. But Kennesaw State would only be the side here for me, Weinstein. What do you think?
Yeah, it'd be Kennesaw State or pass for me. I do want to get involved in this game, have some early action before betting with the bag on Friday. This game's 8 a.m. Over here on the West Coast. Yeah, Brooks Stadium, Conway, South Carolina. This is two teams that just won their conferences, their respective conferences, and we capped both these teams a couple weeks ago with Jimmy. Both these teams definitely on the rising right now, I would say. I think Kennesaw State, I mean, what they're doing right now, pretty amazing. They brought in a lot of transfers this last year, wanted people to come in, give them playing time, guys that have gone to other big-time conferences. Quarterback play has been pretty damn good as well. Omari Odom's been getting it done as well as on the ground. I do think, let me just double-check that he is playing in this one. Yeah, he'll be playing in this one. This kid's a gamer, 6'4", 210 pounds, from Inglewood, California. Where did he go to high school? Panther Creek. I've never heard of that. Came over from Wofford, though, was like a 2-star recruit. So shout out to this guy. I think Kennesaw State probably wins this game. What are we looking at on the spread as of right now? I know you mentioned it. I would be on Kennesaw State, +3, +3.5 here. Best number available you can get. More of the money is coming in on Western Michigan, and the line's kind of moving towards Kennesaw State, I'm seeing now. So, yeah, I will be on Kennesaw State in some sort of fashion. If I can get a 3.5 or a 4 at like a -120, I'll probably do it. Not going to move on it quite yet, but that's my lean right now. Kennesaw State, either +3.5 or +4.
I agree. And if we get to tomorrow, the betting with the bag with Bobano and company and all them, and this is a 2.5, I will move on Kennesaw State, 2.5 and money line here. So cannot wait to see what happens there. Wine time, my guy. I thank you for joining me and joining with Jimmy on these Marathon Wednesday shows, because you cover it all, the NBA. We talk of both colleges, so we appreciate that, Wine. Let's review action here, all the action here today. I'll start off because mine's a little easier here. I've got 3 bets on today's program here, as I've lost them. Marquette -5, -120. Illinois Chicago +4.5, -105. And the Los Angeles Kings +120 for me, Wine Time. What about you? What do you have on today?
Yeah, we're going to go to the NBA first, guys. We are on the Chicago Bulls money line +170. I have question marks next to the over 243. Pretty close to moving on that. Not going to do it quite yet. Still got some time to think on that one. Illinois Chicago against Northern Iowa money line +190. Love that spot here. That's going to be coming off here in 3 hours. So excited for that game. Marquette -5, -115, and Arizona State Sun Devils +9, -105. As far as college football goes, we have Kennesaw State that I'm really considering moving on here in this game. Also, South Florida was another game that I had circled here. I might move on it. Circa's moved this to a 4 now for South Florida. Wow. So yeah, I'm going to be on South Florida. I think I'm going to be on a -4 here. And that game's in 3 hours too. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'll let Jose know if I do move on it. And then as far as the Delaware and UL Lafayette game, considering the over, but again, it's just a lot of money and tickets are coming in on the over. I might just take a pass on that. And then, as I mentioned, lean to Kennesaw State.
All right. Well, beautiful stuff. Wine Time. I thank you again for joining us here. We hope you can see you at Publipalooza. And I know especially these next few weeks for you are, I'm sure, anxiety. You're just kind of sitting around waiting, Christmas. So I wish you luck, my guy. And I hope to see you hopefully soon and at Publipalooza.
Yes, sir. Always good to be here with you, Jose. Shout out to Jose. Hit the like button if you guys are in the chat right now. We got over 100 people watching right now. Shout out to you guys. Good luck on all your guys' action. Gonna definitely join Jimmy for betting with the bag on Friday. Shout out to you, Jose, for having me. Good luck today. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Shout out to our guy, Wine Time Sports. Follow him at Wine Time Sports. You'll find all of his action right there. And that's the show, ladies and gents. I know a little quicker show than usual, but I appreciate you guys. Deacon Mike, you better send me that damn picture you signed. I better get that picture, Deacon. But it's nice to be able to host a show and to chat with you guys on screen and in the chat here. Appreciate DC, Deacon. We've got Billy in here as well, making their presence felt. Great comments as always. Rob, Aubrey, Travis, T. Moss, Steve G, our guy Justin McKelvey. Appreciate when our guy Mikey Money drops in, says hello as well. Coin, thank you guys all in here. Kong's Clips in here as well. Super True Story. I mean, all you guys here. Appreciate it. I believe that's Lex Steele. TC was in here. Ronnie Lofton. Kripke. Believe I said Super True Story. Dylan Mead joining us here for a little bit. Our guy Spoons in here as well. Shout out to you, Spoons. Again, we'll keep hitting it over the head. Pubapalooza 5, March 25th through the 30th here, San Antonio, Texas. It'll be a whole lot of fun. Jimmy, Pete, me, Nasty Nate, guys like Razor. Hopefully our guy Spoons joins us. AM, Dabby Cab, Dutch Boy Fresh has been in here with the past with us. Hopefully our guy Trotwam, the Zertucci clan, all going to be joining us hopefully this year. It's a whole lot of fun when you guys come down here. Say hello. It's, my Super Bowl week, so I appreciate it as well when you guys make it, all the stuff worth it by coming down here. And as always, if you guys want me to pick you up at the airport, shoot me a DM on Twitter, text me, however you want to contact me. Excuse me. And I'll put you on the list. I'll put you on the list to pick up. Justin, I better pick your ass up at Pubapalooza. Justin, my man. So I hope to see you as well. Thank you all for watching. If you guys missed the plays, we just went over them, so go back a little bit. But we appreciate you guys for watching. Hit the like button. We need you guys to go ahead and become a member as well. And yes, Deacon, if you come to San Antonio, I will implore Helga to swing by the bar to come say hello to you, Deacon. I will employ her only if I get that headshot autographed by you. That's all I want, Deacon, in return here. So thank you guys for watching. Say hey, and we'll see you guys next time.